So this poem, The Tale of the Nuff, is dedicated to Will, my husband, Natalia and Nina, my daughters, and all the little girls and all the grown-up women out there. Know that you are enough.
Well, Nuff book came about really right after the birth of our first child, which was back in 2011. My late wife was a creative writing major. She loved to write. She loved to draw. She just had a very creative personality, and this was always a story and a message that resonated with her. And so, you know, we had our first child, and then she started writing this poem that she wanted to start, and it was a first grandchild on both sides, so we had all the grandparents around and all the help. And then, you know, after a couple of weeks, reality sets in, right? They go home, and she started being a mom, and we were doing our thing, the two of us, and trying to learn that. And so, needless to say, it got put on the back burner. So she only wrote maybe a couple lines of it, you know, early on. And then later on, when we got her terminal diagnosis, she was working on a handful of different creative little videos, clips, and stuff like that. But she really had this burning desire to finish this poem, the Nuff. And so we just had a lot of conversations about it, and basically just came to the conclusion that, you know, when she had the energy to do something and the kids were at school, that's really what she needed to focus on. And so she was able to do that in the last few months of her life. And we were fortunate enough to get, you know, a lot of footage of it, and really leave a legacy for our girls and leave a message that could have a resounding impact on girls and people all over the world.
Tell me about your wife and that impact and legacy that she did leave, and how special it was for her to be able to do this, you know, in the last months of her life.
I mean, she was a very special person, and I'll tell you, one of the things that was, you know, that made her so special was that, you know, when she was struggling and going through the hardest part of her life, everybody was worried about her, but she was only worried about everybody else. And her faith was amazing. Her strength was amazing. Her courage was amazing. And, you know, so, you know, even now when I look at the book and we think about the book and we talk about the book, you know, it's really remarkable that all she could think about is, you know, leaving something that she felt was so important for her girls to always remember. And so, I mean, it's just a really cool story.
Yeah. What is the symbol or message behind the unicorn in the story, and what can you tell me about that?
Well, so she, you know, early on in her cancer diagnosis, she, you know, she was always the life of the party. You know, she was always making fun of herself, making sure she was laughing, making sure others were laughing. And so she actually went on and bought a unicorn costume online, and she'd wear it around. She'd dance, act silly, do whatever she could to make the girls laugh and keep their spirits up. And then, you know, as we transitioned to the book, the unicorn, our illustrator, Kat Elliott, was dear friends with my wife as well, and knew the story behind the unicorn, had seen the footage of the unicorn. And, you know, if you pay close attention to the character itself, you see unicorns everywhere today, right? I mean, they're on shelves everywhere, and they're sparkly, and they're perfect, and everything about them is just, you know, mystical, I guess. But if you look closely at ours, it has a broken horn, has a Band-Aid on its knee, has a tear in the shorts, and you know, all of that was the message that she was leaving, that imperfection is perfection. And, you know, you are beautifully and wonderfully made just the way that God made you. And that's what she was trying to leave, you know, for our girls.
What's, you know, the activity kit that's coming out this week, and, you know, everywhere we just mentioned, everyone's stuck at home. Parents are looking for anything. I mean, it's a very special message, but parents are probably also looking for stuff for the kids to do. How cool would it be for you to, you know, kind of see people during this downtime to sort of get shared a special message like this?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm so excited about this. Our team at the Nuff did an incredible job putting this together. They worked with a organization out of San Antonio called Pre-K Pre-K4 SA, and man, the content's great, and you're exactly right. I mean, we're in Louisiana. We've been at a stay-at-home order now for over 2 weeks, and so you run out of ideas, things to do. And so when the idea came across and then the content came across, I'm just really fired up about it. And I think that it's going to be a really neat way to engage kids all over the country and to get them involved in doing something different and a great idea that's fun, and the material's already there. All they have to do is print it, go to thenuff.com, download it, and print it, and they're ready to rock and roll.